May the grace and peace of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, be with you today and always. Over the years, I have met a lot of people. I have met a variety of people, and a lot of them I would characterize as characters. They had their way about them. Now, there's one person I remember who, no matter what happened, she was not happy. She was always complaining about something. If the sun was shining, she'd say it was too bright. If it was cloudy, she'd say it was too dark. If it was raining, it was too wet. And if it was sunny, it was too dry. Everything was not what she liked. She was one of those people that I wonder what she's looking forward to in heaven, to be honest. Because, you know, the Bible tells us that in heaven there's not going to be any pain, there's not going to be any suffering. In other words, there's not going to be anything to complain about. And I don't know, honestly, and I say this with love, I don't know if she would be happy if she didn't have something to complain about. You know, there's a psychological and chemical thing that kind of backs that up. You know, being negative is addictive. Some psychologists have said, you know, it's just as addictive as some drugs, because it releases some hormones and chemicals in our brains, some adrenaline that gets us going. But you know what? Just like other things that are addictive, being a complainer is something we need to get over too. The Apostle Paul, in his letter to the Romans, in Romans chapter 15, starting with verse 14, we read these words. Paul says, I am fully convinced, my dear brothers and sisters, that you are full of goodness. Now, he says that because it seems like up until that point, he has been talking about things that need to be changed. And some might read that he was complaining about the people of Rome, but he wasn't. He wanted them to be sure that they knew that they were full, that he thought that they were full of goodness. The majority of them, the greatest part of their being was good. But he said, you know these things so well. You can teach each other about these good things. Even so, he says, I've been bold enough to write you about some of these points, knowing that all that you need is this reminder. You know, sometimes that's what we need. We don't need to change everything. We don't need to change big parts of us. All we need is just a little bit of polishing. We need to sand off the rough edges. And once we do that, we have nothing to complain about. And life is so much better as we feel more fully God's grace, God's love, and God's blessings. And heaven, once again, starts breaking through on this earth. Brothers and sisters, may God bless you tremendously. And we'll talk again very soon.